Kia ora, hello, I'm Philip Duncan and thanks for joining us for our Tuesday weather update for May the 23rd. At high pressure from Australia, it's doing its best to reach New Zealand this week, but it has got a bit of a journey to go, parked out here at the moment over the eastern half of Australia, and it's still got to cross the Tasman Sea, and as it does that, it is likely to weaken a little bit. At the moment, low pressure just out to the east of the country, driving in some wet weather there, but look at how New Zealand blocks the airflow sometimes. Quite a nice shot of how the Southern Alps in particular are blocking that windy sou'wester on the western coastline and keeping eastern areas mostly calm. And in fact, there may even be a light nor'easter coming down for some areas there. So a bit messy for the North Island still, but the South Island perhaps a little bit more settled under that southwesterly flow, which isn't too strong at the moment. As we go through into Wednesday, there is the centre of the high over New South Wales. It is stretching out to the middle portion of the Tasman Sea and perhaps just a little bit coming into the South Island. Could be a couple of showers though, around the northern side of Canterbury up towards Marlborough on the coastal side, and then further up obviously into the North Island, mostly due to this low pressure zone, but also because of the high, the airflow coming in curves around here as a bit of an easterly off the coastline. A cold front just brushes Western Australia, but really on Thursday that front comes into South Australia, so Adelaide, and then later on into Melbourne and also Hobart, getting that cold front, classic kind of cold front, with the warmer winds ahead of it, pretty gusty as well, and then the burst of rain. Over in New Zealand though, the high pressure zone finally arrives. And so for most places, it is calm and settled. Some colder overnight lows, although the frosty weather still not really that widespread at the moment, but there could still be a light frost here and there. Generally speaking, it's dry, but there might be a shower at the very top of the country, and can't rule out one just lingering around East Cape. Otherwise, it's only Fiordland in the South Island that is seeing some wet weather. So by the time we get to Friday, that cold front sort of pushing in up to New South Wales, Sydney getting the change, and then even later on, it moves into the very southern part of Queensland. It's not very much, but you'll notice that southerly bringing in a few showers. Meanwhile, the southwesterly further out towards Adelaide starts to ease. But in New Zealand, it's a bit like what you had in Australia a couple of days earlier. Now we get that windier airflow on Friday, the windier, milder nor'westers, mostly calm in the North Island though. And by Saturday, it's not a cold front, but it's a low pressure zone that's forming sort of in between these two highs. That high, the one that came into New Zealand, disappearing just as fast. So it's not likely to bring a lot of settled weather, although the North Island does get a spell of much drier weather this week. Considering some of the big downpours you've been getting, you will see some drier weather coming through, but a few showers return to the north on Saturday, rain on the west coast, and by Sunday that low still out at sea deepens a little bit. We'll see some wind and rain for the very top of the country. Otherwise, still mostly dry, but yes, I'm sorry to say it's a little bit unsettled again this weekend. But this is sort of normal weather for this time of the year. What is not normal, the rainfall's above average at the moment, and that's probably because it's warmer than average as well. To me, the biggest takeaway so far this autumn is how much warmer than average it is. It's not so much about the rain to me. I just find the temperatures just well above usual at the moment. And when you've got subtropical airflows coming down here on Sunday, again, pretty mild for New Zealand, but cooler in Australia with those airflows more so coming out of the Southern Ocean. That is all from me for today. We'll be back again tomorrow, Wednesday. I'll see you then.